Thank you for joining us for part 3 of our 3-part series on the topic of social media for independent pharmacy. In part 1, we provided an introduction on social media in pharmacy practice, and in part 2, we discussed how to set up Google My Business and Facebook pages for your pharmacy business. Now, in part 3, we will discuss some considerations for success when building your social media presence. So, number 1 is that you want to be as detailed as possible. Fill in as much basic information as you can to tell your entire story and fully explain what your business does, where it's located, how to get in touch with you, and so on. If someone is interested enough to click this link to view your full description, you want to make sure they find as much information as possible. So, as you can see in the image at the bottom of the slide, that's an image from the Facebook for Whole Health Pharmacy Partners, and you can see in our story we filled in 2 paragraphs talking a little bit about us. Number 2, use captivating photos that accurately reflect your brand, because the more people see it, the more they'll recognize it and associate it with your brand. So as you can see, the top left image is our brand logo, and we use that all over our social media platforms, and it's become recognized and associated with our business. And don't forget that you can include a marketing message in your cover photo on Facebook and Twitter. So the bottom left is an image that Housers had on their Facebook, and it was marketing their Mudcat Marathon. Number 3, you can ask family, friends, and patients to leave reviews, comments, and likes on your pages. Once your Facebook page is set up, you can use the handy invite option to invite all of your Facebook friends or a select group of them to like your page through a direct message. This is a great way to get the ball rolling and starting to build a following. So as you can see in the image at the bottom, where you click those 3 dots and it opens up a selection of options, you would just hit invite friends and that would allow you to do that. Number 4, create meaningful content that is useful, interesting, or entertaining, and will engage your target audience. This includes photos and posts, and make sure to tag people in both. Also enter milestones such as store anniversaries, which you can see in the bottom right image we did from that same bar where you invited friends. There's also an option to create a milestone. You can also add content such as community events. So as you can see, Hauser's Pharmacy on the top image had an event for their Whole Health Pharmacy Partners launch, and they created that on Facebook. You can also include educational videos and other things. Remember that a page without content is one that no one will like. Number 5, it is important to update social media regularly. When starting out, aim to post to social media platforms at least once a day. You also want to delegate a staff member to manage your pharmacy's social media and marketing. It can be one or multiple staff members, but make sure they have time daily to keep up with the various platforms you choose to use. Make sure they understand your pharmacy's goals, the competitive advantage of your pharmacy, for example, the unique services you offer or the products you carry, and the brand image you are trying to portray online. Try not to switch between periods of high and low activity, and keep it consistent. You can incentivize your staff to grow the business and provide them with support tools such as Hootsuite, an online account that allows you to manage multiple social media platforms through one site. It also allows you to schedule tweets and Instagram posts ahead of time, so you don't need to post multiple times throughout the day, which will save you lots of time. There are other online support tools. However, here at Whole Health, we choose to use Hootsuite, and that is the tool we are most familiar with.
So while there are many benefits to the use of social media, it's important to highlight a few of the risks that might come up with using it, and as well some of the things you can do to help alleviate that. So for example, with any social media platform, you're opening yourself to potentially any negative comments or reviews. So much in the same way that someone could put a positive review on a page you have, the same goes for anything negative someone might have to say. So a few things you can do about this. First, acknowledge the patient's concern. And following that, be sure to apologize for any inconvenience that may have caused. Be sure to ask for any contact information so you can get back to them and help resolve the matter. And then add a nice closing statement like, "We look forward to serving you better in the future." Regardless of whether or not you have social media, you'll still have people commenting about that standard of service you provide, whether it be good or bad. So at least with a Facebook page, for example, you at least create that medium to influence that discussion and say what you need to say. Another potential risk of social media is health information being out in the public when it doesn't need to be. So make sure to be very aware that you are not posting confidential information online, such as patient identifiers, any type of medication pickup, or any medical history pertaining to a patient. So make sure to use us. Here at Whole Health, we want you as our pharmacy partners to use us because we're here to help you both with setup and generating content. We can also teach you how to use different tools that are out there, such as Hootsuite, which Valeria mentioned earlier. For anyone who is not yet a partner with Whole Health, you're more than welcome to reach out to us should you have any questions. You can also build off our platforms by retweeting and sharing content we post. You can look at the content we post as well as to give you ideas for your own platforms. And remember, we want you to succeed because we're here for your whole health. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to contact us. And don't forget to follow us on our various social media platforms. Thank you.